Good morning to all my dear students. We are doing the chapter locomotion and movement, and in our last class, you have learned about the detailed structure of skeletal muscles and the protein, that is actin and myosin, and the structure of actin protein and myosin protein in detail. In our today's class, we are going to learn the most important topic of the chapter, that is the mechanism of muscle contraction. Here in front of you is the image that gives you the arrow notation for the complete mechanism, and you have to learn the details of these arrow notation which I am giving you in today's lesson. So, the muscle contraction is basically based on sliding filament theory, and this theory says that mechanism of muscle contraction takes place by sliding of actin filament, which are the thin filament, on thick fiber filament, that is the myosin filament. So when the thin actin filament are sliding on the thick filament, then that is resulting in the contraction of the muscle. That is why the theory is having its name, sliding filament theory. Now, muscle contraction is initiated by the signal that is sent by the central nervous system through a motor neuron, and it reaches the muscle fiber. The motor neuron along with the muscle fiber is called motor unit. Now, there is a junction between motor neuron and sarcolemma of muscle fiber, and this is known as the neuromuscular junction or motor end plate. I have already told you that sarcolemma is the membrane of the outer membrane of the muscle fiber. So, between this membrane of the muscle fiber and the motor neuron, there is a connection, and that connection is known as neuromuscular junction or motor end plate. Now, when the neural signal reach this junction, there is a release of neurotransmitter which is termed as acetylcholine. And when this neurotransmitter reach the junction, then there is a generation of action potential in sarcolemma. Now again, sarcolemma is the membrane of the skeletal muscle fiber. This action potential will spread to the muscle fiber, and the sarcoplasmic reticulum will release the calcium ions into sarcoplasm. Sarcoplasm is the cytoplasm of the muscle fiber, and the endoplasmic reticulum that is present in the muscle is known as sarcoplasmic reticulum. So, as soon as the action potential will spread to muscle fiber, the sarcoplasmic reticulum is going to release the calcium ion which are present inside it, and that will enter the sarcoplasm. This increased calcium ion will bind to troponin, and the troponin will be removed, and the active site of the myosin will be exposed. We have already learned about the structure of actin and myosin. In the actin filament, I have told you there is a troponin protein. That troponin protein is covering the binding site of myosin head. So, when the calcium ion are released in the sarcoplasm, then they are going to remove this troponin. As they are going to bind with this troponin, when the troponin will be removed, then the active site for binding of myosin head is exposed, and the myosin head is now going to bind to this active site. You can see here in the figure that how the cross bridge is formed. The red color myosin head is binding with the site that is formed by the removal of troponin, and for this binding there is a requirement of energy. You can see here that ATP is being used for binding of myosin head to actin filament. Now, as soon as the binding occurs, there will be the inward pull, and this inward pull is created by myosin filament, which are the thick filament, on the actin filament, which are the thin filament. As a result, the Z lines are pulled inward and the sarcomere becomes short. Sarcomere is a muscle cell and this is known as contraction. You can see here in the figure there are two muscle cells and you can clearly see the Z lines. The particular area between the two Z line is known as the sarcomere. Here you can see there are three Z lines shown. That means two muscle cells are there or two sarcomeres are there. When the contractions are there, you can see that the thin fibers which are shown by the brown color are being pulled inward and they are overlapping the thick fiber which are shown by the red color. And finally, the area between the two Z line is getting reduced in the last figure. So that is clearly showing you that how the muscles are getting contracted. So whenever the muscle is going to contract, the I band will get reduced, the Z line is going to come closer, and as a result of coming of two Z lines closer, there will be decrease in the length of sarcomere, which is going to lead to the contraction. The reverse steps will be followed when the muscle need to relax. That is, the cross bridges will be broken down. As soon as the cross bridges are going to break down, then there will be the release of calcium ion from the sarcoplasm, and the sarcoplasm, it will enter into the sarcoplasmic reticulum. Again, the troponin is going to cover the active binding site of myosin on the troponin fiber. So these are the reverse steps that will follow when the muscle is going to relax. So this is the clear explanation of the mechanism of muscle contraction, which is the last topic. This is the clear cut depiction in this slide about the muscle contraction. Then this is the slide that shows you about the formation of the cross bridge, and this is the shortening of the sarcomere or the muscle cell. So with this, your heading and chapter is over. Thank you. That's all for the day.